Alright guys, so welcome back to this video, and in this video I'm going to share with you something that I do during my keyword research, and I'm going to use a jump rope for example. Now the first thing that I want to do is really to identify one of my top competitors, and in order to do this what I use is H10 X-ray. So H10 X-ray tells me what is the estimated revenue that each competitor is making. So I will then right click. I'll just sort this by revenue, and more importantly, I'll filter out those that are sponsored, right? So I'll hide sponsored products from results, and I click apply. So I've sorted in order what are the competitors that have the highest revenue, and typically I want to identify the top 5 competitors because success leaves clues. So if there are top 5, they must be doing something right in their keyword indexing and their keyword research. Now what I then do is I click on run keyword search individually. So I'll click on this, run keyword search, and that will open Cerebro. And you can see that's opening Cerebro now. And what I want to do is actually I want to open and download them one by one. So my top 5 competitors, I'll open them on Cerebro, and it brings me to this page over here. Now over here you can see that this particular keyword is indexed for 9,919 keywords, and what I want to do is I want to extract the entire list. Now you need a paid H10 subscription to do this, so you're going to export data, and I export it as a XLSX file. Now the reason why this part is important is because later I'm going to show you an automated way for me to consolidate all of my competitors' keywords so that I know what are the keywords that I'm not indexed for, and also the keywords that have very low competition. I'm going to show you in a bit. So what I want to do now is to download, export data, and click on this. And when I click on this, I want to name the file according to its name. So for example, you see right over here, you can just download and key in the names over here, or you can just save it as it is. So you can see that right now I've already downloaded for the purpose of this tutorial all top 5 of my competitors, and other than my competitors, I want to download my own ASIN as well, my own product, to know what are the keywords that I'm ranking for, so that I know the keywords that my competitors are ranking for, but it's not appearing in my own listing yet. So I'm going to bring you to this automated Excel spreadsheet, and over here you want to put in the file directory of the file that you just downloaded. So this allows the program to quickly fish out the files that we are looking at. So I'm going to highlight this, hold shift, right click, copy as path. Now if you do not hold shift, you right click, there's no option for you to copy as path. So when you highlight this, hold shift and copy as path. So when you copy as path, click on it and simply key in over here. Now what happens is that this formula is going to detect what is the ASIN number over here, because this is important for the program to work. Now the second thing is put your own ASIN at the first row over here. So this allows the code to identify your product. So for example, if my ASIN is actually this one over here, and I'm going to cut it and then I'm going to paste it on top. Right, so this is my ASIN, and I'm going to put it over here so that the code knows that this is my product. Now once you have done that, go to the next sheet over here, and you can first extract data. Now what this button does is that it goes into the file directory, open every single file, and paste it all over here, right, in all this chunk over here, so that we can process the data later on. So we're going to step 1, extract the data. Now this is going to take some time because depending on the speed of your computer, how fast it opens and closes the program. So I'm going to give it for a while. I'm going to come back when the extraction is done. Alright, so now the extraction has been done, so that was faster than usual. We can see that over here has all the ASIN all the way to the last one, so there's a total of 6 competitors here. So if I click here, you can see that there are a total of 6 competitors, and one of them is ourselves. So how does the code know which async belongs to us? It is essentially the first one over here. Now the second thing I want to do is I want to extract my own keywords, the keywords that essentially that I'm ranking for, or index for in fact. So when I extract my own keywords, which is this async over here, the ones that end with N84, if I click on this button, it's going to filter out only N84 over here. But at the same time, what it does, it copies all the keywords into this spreadsheet over here. So this spreadsheet are essentially our own keywords, right? Our own keywords. And the next thing I want to do is step 3, which is identify the keywords that are in my competitors but not in my own keyword. Now I'm going to show you how this code works. You can see that there's no formula right here, and see that our keywords are all here. So how does this button work? See? So over here you can see that I'm VLOOKUP this particular keyword, and to see whether it exists in our own keyword. Now if it does not exist, it will write to be added, which means that this keyword is appearing in our competitor's keyword, but it's not appearing in our own index from Cerebro. And that is why I know that I need to add this keyword. You can see that all the filters, these are all the keywords that is appearing, and I only filter out those that are to be added, right? Right, so to be added is right here. So if this filter did not happen, you can see these are all the keywords. So if it appears here, will go, and here appears will go, it means that this keyword is actually exists in our own keyword as well. So if I copy this, I go to here, I Control F and look for will go, you can see that there is a will go over here. Okay, so what I want to do is to simply filter out only those to be added, because that is what the code does, to be added. And you can see that if it does not exist in our own keywords, it will put as to be added. Now the next step I want to do is to extract this list of keywords for me to index. So I extract this, and you can see I previously have done it, and I click on yes. So you can just simply click on continue if you see this error. So what this does is that it's actually printing out these entire keywords into this file directory over here. So again, you can just simply click on the file directory that you want to copy it, and only change this portion over here. And the automated naming convention will simply name it right over here. So you can see that these are the list of keywords that I'm supposed to index for, and there's a total of 1,795 that my competitors have been indexed for, but not in my own Cerebro. So I then look through this list to see what are relevant to my product, and then I'll make sure that these keywords actually appears in my listing. Now the next step that I want to do before I go on, so this is essentially all the keywords that I have to be indexed for. Now on top of that, I actually added a filter for search volumes that are only interested in keywords that are more than 100, right? So that I don't be spammed by a lot of keywords. You can change this setting if you want to by putting greater than 500 if that is what you want. So for myself, I put it more than 100 because some people might think that 100 search volume is low, but actually if you index for many 100 keywords, it cumulatively it actually adds up to quite a huge amount of search volume. Now the next thing that I want to do is to identify low competition keywords. Now how does this work? Now first again, I want to extract all my data again. So I start afresh. So again, these are all the keywords extracted from all the 6 files over here. And then extract competitiveness. Now I'm going to show you what this does. So basically what this does is that it extracts these numbers over here. So meaning that there are 3 out of the 6 asins that have this keyword in their Cerebro, and the next one there are 4 out of the 6 asins that have this keyword in the Cerebro. So if I wanted a keyword that is low in competition, what this code does is filter out and only find those that have only 1 competitor or 2 competitors. right? So you let the code run for a bit more. You can see that these are my low competition keywords, but before that I want to explain how this thing works. Okay, so over here you can see that competition, that this is only one competitor. So only 1 out of 6 ASIN actually have this keyword. So if I were to try to rank for this keyword, essentially I'm only fighting against one competitor out of these 5 competitors over here. Right, so I'll show you what it means by high competition. So if I look at keywords that are ranked in all 6 of them, you can see that these are highly relevant keywords that we will be fighting for against all of them, because all 6 ASINs are essentially have these keywords in their index, and I wouldn't want to fight in this space. Instead, I want to fight in the space where there's only 1 or 2 competitors indexed for that particular keyword. And from this list, I actually find what are the keywords that are more relevant to my product. So you can see that this list actually have a wide variation of keywords, and I will just look through this list to see whether there's any keywords that are relevant to my product. So for example, Beach Jump has a keyword search of 374. Potentially it could be a product idea that you are a jump rope specifically for the beach. This is a cross-training rope where there's only one competitor currently have this word as index in their Cerebro, so this is also potentially a keyword that we are looking for. Sorry, here this has 2 competitors, and you can see this is essentially all the keywords that have only 1 or 2 competitors, and this is how I would plan my keyword ad strategy to only fight for this keyword, so that these keywords are low competitors. Now what the button does is also extract this in a separate list, and over here is a more shorter version of all the keywords that have low competition. So there's a total of 123 keywords, and I will then look through all these files. And the file directory here again is set automatically, and pardon for the spelling mistake here. You can see that it changes here as well. So essentially the 2 files that we have downloaded, it actually appears right over here, right over here. So these are my low competition keywords, and these are my keyword research that have not been indexed in my own Cerebro yet. So this is how I do the keyword research. I hope that you found this Excel spreadsheet useful. If you want to get access to one of these spreadsheets, there's a payment link down below if you're interested in getting one, and I hope that you find this useful and you get one for yourself for your own business as well. Okay, so that's all for this video. Thank you very much, and I'll see you in the next one.